for the start of the work week coming up next in WTOP Traffic and Weather.
We build trust and peace of mind into every long roofing roof.
Good Sunday morning, it's 11:08.
Traffic and weather on the 8s and when it breaks.
Beltway, Maryland, and Virginia, traffic continues to move well. George Washington Parkway, both ways south of 123, north of the overlooks. It's a weekend work zone. Traffic breezes right through it, single file in the left lane, no delay. Down near the mall, police are lifting the closures after the road race. So Independence Avenue is open from Memorial Bridge and Rock Creek Parkway to eastbound and westbound traffic. But eastbound, you have to go on Main Avenue toward the Swan Boat parking lot in 395. A little slice of Independence Avenue between Main Avenue and 15th Street is going to remain blocked. 17th Street is open as well. Rock Creek Parkway is open, and most majors around the Washington metro area traffic moves very well. Route 4, make that Route 301 south of Route 4, an Upper Marlboro crash reported near the Acgrade Railroad crossing. North of town, north of White Oak, Route 29 northbound near Stewart Lane. The crash cleanup continues along the left side now, and traffic gets by to the right past the tow truck at work. 95 Baltimore-Washington Parkway between the beltways in great shape in Maryland. And unlike yesterday on Route 50 in Bowie, no complaints westbound. The work zone between Route 3 and 197 wrapped up, and all lanes have reopened. So no headaches today westbound from Bowie toward Beltway, and eastbound clear sailing toward the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. West Town 66 and 267 in good shape. Inbound 14th Street Bridge, Express Lanes Bridge. The work zone blocks the right side, just causes a brief delay. Dave Dildine, WTOP Traffic.
NBC4 meteorologist Tom Curine. It looks like it's pretty chilly today, and we might get some rain later. Is that right?
Yeah, Nick, does look like that's going to be moving in late tonight. So the rest of the daylight hours will stay dry. Just a few maybe wet snowflakes or a little bit of sleet out in the mountains late afternoon into the evening hours as the rain approaches. But the light rain into the metro area maybe around 10, 11 o'clock tonight and after midnight tonight, and continuing into just right around dawn on Monday. Then it moves quickly east of the bay, and we dry out during the day on Monday. So afternoon temperatures generally staying in the mid to upper 40s most of the region, and then overnight hovering near 40 degrees by dawn Monday. And then during the afternoon, as we get the sunshine back tomorrow, we'll be in the low to mid 50s. And then Tuesday, some steadier rain moving in. Could get over a half an inch of rain, and a chilly day Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid 40s, perhaps a little bit of sleet out of the mountains as well. Right now, 45 degrees in Lanham. Quantico is at 43. Damascus at 41, and Reagan National now at 45.
WTOP News Time is 11:10. It was an attack at Ohio State University last week. A man plowed his car into pedestrians, then started stabbing people before he was shot to death by a police officer. It's shedding light on what procedures colleges have in place to deal with situations like this. WTOP's Mike and Joan talked about that with David Mitchell, chief of the University of Maryland Police Department.
The run, hide, fight concept is one that we teach here at the University of Maryland College Park. And essentially, it's a personal decision that you have to make as a potential victim. We say, first of all, run away, get away, then call 911. If you can't get away, hide and barricade your door, silence your phone, be quiet. And if all else fails and you believe that your life is at risk and potentially to be taken, you must fight. It's a concept that was put together in a video from the mayor of Houston, Texas. Many police departments and campuses use that video today, and we certainly do here.
Yeah, Chief, thanks for explaining that. One wonders whether or not any kind of intelligence information or warnings have been passed on to schools as large as the University of Maryland College Park in the aftermath of what happened in Ohio State, suggesting that you should, keep watch for the potential for something similar happening nearby?
Well, that's certainly a subject of discussion, and we've received information from the FBI, giving us the facts as they have uncovered them. What we know is the assailant was a young man who was a student there who evidently had some issues. The question is, well, what were those issues? Invariably, in all of these cases, there are red flags. There are warning signs. What were they? Did anybody see them? Did they heed them? Did they have alternatives like we do here at the University of Maryland College Park? We have a beta team that you can report unusual behavior to. So these are all things that we're concerned about. I can tell you this, it's every chief's nightmare.
Hey, we also were kind of interested in the opportunity here. The University of Maryland is going to experiment and could move to a permanent use of something called Stop Shop which they have in D.C. and other cities. It can identify where a shot rings out, what kind of weapon was used. That could be very useful in being able to track someone down, couldn't it?
Very useful, as a matter of fact. What we found through research is that about 25% of all the active shooter incidents that occur in the United States occur in educational settings, either K through 12 or many are on college campuses like the one we have here in College Park. The average time is about 12 minutes start to finish, so it's not a prolonged barricade type situation. It takes about 2 full minutes on average to get a 911 call, the location of what's happening. That's 2 minutes that we could be on the scene saving lives. And I note that in Ohio State, the officer there who took swift action was on the scene in less than a minute. We can be on the scene in less than a minute. We have to know exactly where it's happening. ShotSpotter gives all that information, and it enables us to get there quicker and to potentially save more lives.
That is University of Maryland Police Chief David Mitchell talking there with WTOP's Mike and Joe. The Ravens and Redskins both in action on this Sunday. We'll get you caught up next in WTOP Sports. It's 11:13.
Weekend traffic can be a nightmare. With parades, protests, and marathons close streets, we are your traffic lifeline. Get your breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts right here, Saturdays and Sundays, from the burbs to the beach and all around our region. WTOP and WTOP.com on the weekends. Washington's top news.
What if there was a bank that didn't just ask members to save, but helped them to save? That allowed military families to keep more of their money with free use in any ATM nationwide. And because every dollar matters, didn't nickel and dime its members, saving them more than $345 million in 1 year. That wouldn't be just any bank. That would be USAA Bank. If your bank is still charging unnecessary fees, or making you jump through hoops just to avoid them, it's time to switch to a different kind of bank. One built with respect for the military community. Visit USAA.com/banking to find out more about USAA checking.
Nationwide, USAA Bank provides up to 10 free ATM transactions per month and refunds up to $15 in ATM fees other banks charge. Membership restrictions apply. USAA Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Sports at 15 and 45. Fed by Papa John's. Better ingredients.
It's 11:15 on this Sunday, and here's Jay Brooks.
Well, Nick, we're going to start off with some college football. Coming up at noon, the college football selection shows the final four teams will set the playoffs. Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Washington, and Penn State round out the top 5 in the AP Top 25 poll that was just released a few moments ago. Michigan, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, USC, and Florida State round out the top 10. Again, 45 minutes we should know. Caps lost their third in a row last night in a shootout defeating the Lightning. They'll take today off, skate at Kentler tomorrow at 10:30, and then face the Sabres at the phone booth tomorrow at 7 o'clock. NBA, the Wizards on the road. They'll wrap up that 3-game roadie in Brooklyn tomorrow night at 7. That will be, again, a good one for the 6-12 Wizards. Today, college hoops, Georgetown and Elon going at it from Verizon Center, 1:30 tip. Also, GW taking on Florida State. That tips at 4. And the 7-0 number 5 Maryland women are home today to UMBC, a 2 o'clock tip. 425 kicking Arizona for the 6-4-1 Skins. Currently, the second NFC wildcard team as they take on second place 4-6-1 Cardinals. Also, the Eagles likely to pursue Deshaun Jackson in free agency. That, according to sources, 1 o'clock kick in Baltimore today. For first place 6-5 Ravens, they are hosting Miami, and winners of 6 in a row. And it should be a good one up at M&T Bank Stadium. NFL Competition Committee to review the Ravens' intentional holding calls on several Bengals players in last weekend's Ravens win. Now, it's the play at the end of the game where Baltimore punter Sam Cook ran around until taking a safety to ensure a 19-14 Ravens win over Cincy. Rams coach Jeff Fisher signing a contract extension believed to be worth, well, for 2 years. He's just 2 losses away from tying Dan Reeves for most NFL losses at 165. And quarterback Andrew Luck, who's been out with a concussion, has been cleared to return to playing and is expected to start for the Colts against the Jets tomorrow on Monday Night Football. Jay Brooks, WTOP Sports.
Straight ahead after WTOP traffic and weather.
What's on the agenda today at the Smithsonian Holiday Festival? I'm Jenny Glick.
It's 11:17.
This is Marcus Beal from the communications team at Pepco. Over the past 3 years, we've made major upgrades within our electric grid. To improve service, we've implemented changes across our entire infrastructure, trimming trees, replacing power lines, installing advanced technology. Now customers are seeing the results. Fewer and shorter outages, enhanced service, and increased capacity for our growing neighborhoods. But what about your corner of the grid? Today, there are more ways than ever for you to save on your own energy bill. In fact, many of our customers in the district are reducing their year-round energy costs. Sign into My Account on our website. With interactive tools that let you see when you're using the most energy. You can even calculate real savings from a few simple changes around your home. Plus, we offer budget billing programs, low-income assistance, and more. Everyone can save money and energy. Find out how at pepco.com/everyonesaves. Pepco, energy for a changing world.
WTOP is secured by Ackerman Security. Guaranteed response time.
2 cars, it's almost sounds like
traffic and weather on the 8s and when it breaks.
Beltway, Maryland, Virginia, and the majors displaying often no travel troubles. Volume remains light across the region. Northbound 29, north of White Oak, and near Stewart Lane, the crash should be mostly clear, towed away. There's no delay getting past it. University Boulevard east of the Beltway and moving south of it toward Piney Branch. Had a work zone yesterday. Could be a delay today, but not bad. Route 50 westbound through Bowie, that work zone cleared. So no headaches today, unlike yesterday, heading toward Beltway from Annapolis on 50, and eastbound traffic moves well. South of Upper Harbor on Route 301, south of Route 4. A crash had been reported near the at-grade rail crossing, but should be able to get by now. Rescue has moved on. Virginia majors in good shape, 66, 395, 95 near the tidal basin. The road race closures have largely lifted. Independence Avenue, Main Avenue are pretty much open. A little sliver of Independence Avenue remains off limits east of Main Avenue, though. Can't wait for the 8s. Listen on demand to our latest traffic report at WTOP.com/traffic. Bookmark it today. Dave Dildine, WTOP Traffic.
We'll have a little sunshine in and out on this Sunday, otherwise a lot of cloudiness and a chilly day, but lighter winds. Afternoon highs making it into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Then overnight tonight it'll be cloudy, a little light rain perhaps late this evening, and some light rain is likely for the morning commute on Monday. We'll be hovering near 40 at dawn tomorrow, then a little sun back Monday afternoon with highs reaching the mid-50s. And then on Tuesday, some heavier rain is likely. Could get over an inch of rain on Tuesday, and it'll be chilly too. Temperatures just into the mid-40s during the afternoon. I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tom Curine.
45 degrees at Reagan National, 43 at Dulles. It's 45 at BWI Marshall, and 43 degrees outside the Glass Enclosed Nerve Center, with lows down to the 40s, with possible rain later on tonight. WTOP News Time is 11:20. The Smithsonian is getting into the holiday spirit.
It's beginning to look alive.
Today marks day 2 of the Smithsonian Holiday Festival, where several museums will be hosting special holiday-themed events, activities, and performances. There will be astronaut food sampling at the Air and Space Museum, a jewelry trunk show at the African Art Museum, and a From Bean to Bar Mars chocolate demonstration at the American History Museum. And for fans of the Muppets, there will be free showings of the Muppet Christmas Carol. Scores of events are planned across several Smithsonian museums. Festival events will wrap up by 5:30. Jenny Lick, WTOP News.
It's 11:21.
I'm Max Smith, tracking Metro 24/7. The orange, silver, and blue lines are slowed by single tracking today. Each only scheduled every 24 minutes. Other lines are not scheduled to be impacted by track work. Remember, orange and silver line disruptions continue round the clock through just before Christmas. Find workarounds for the week ahead at WTOP.com. Search Metro. Max Smith, WTOP News.
Now, to your health on WTOP.
Nearly half of us in the United States get fewer than 7 hours of sleep each night, and that costs the economy more than $400 billion a year.
Kristen Lemkaw is a marketing executive at J.P. Morgan Chase who averages about 6.5 hours of sleep a night. But now her company is promoting healthier lifestyles, encouraging her to sleep 8 hours.
There's got to be some time where the brain slows down and you can get more sleep. The biggest mistakes I've made in my life recently have been when I'm tired.
The new report by the RAND Corporation finds, like Lemkaw, 45% of American workers get less than 7 hours of sleep a night. And that is costly to their employers. Dr. Charles Seisler directs the Sleep Health Institute at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston.
Though people are exhausted, they don't have the energy. Sometimes they can't even get to work, and that's why so many, there are 6 lost work days per year, additional lost work days in individuals who sleep less than 6 hours a night.
And lack of sleep makes workers less productive.
If the people who slept less than 6 hours a night simply upped the game a little bit, that would save $200 billion a year in lost productivity.
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Lack of sleep causes accidents and is linked to heart disease, diabetes, and depression.
Do that study, what is it supposed to do?
13%
Make
for
me
people
sleep
who
more
average
somehow?
less than 6
Come
hours
on.
a night, compared
I
to
would
those
love to
getting
sleep
7
more if
to
I
9.
could, man.
Do you have
Goddamn,
to
the
change the
end's coming,
culture so that if you